Welcome to Spelling Bee Ninja, where we explore the treasures of literature together. If you're passionate about reading and learning, be sure to subscribe to our podcast for free educational content that feeds your curiosity and opens new worlds. Today, we're diving into the life and works of Daniel Defoe, a pioneer of the English novel, and his iconic book, Robinson Crusoe. Join us as we unravel the stories behind the pages and their lasting impact on literature and society. Daniel Defoe, who lived from around 1660 to 1731, was a multi-talented English writer, journalist, and pamphleteer. He is perhaps best known for his novel, Robinson Crusoe, which many experts consider the first English novel. Defoe was born in London into a Presbyterian family, which significantly influenced his beliefs and writings throughout his life. His career was as diverse as it was adventurous. He ventured into business as a merchant, served in the military, and even worked as a secret agent for the government. His ventures led to several imprisonments due to his outspoken political views, most notably for his pamphlet, The Shortest Way with the Dissenters, which humorously suggested violent solutions to religious dissent, a satire that not all understood as intended. Following his tumultuous youth, Defoe's writing flourished later in life, producing works that combined vivid detail, deep character exploration, and realism. Alongside Robinson Crusoe, he authored other significant novels such as Moll Flanders and A Journal of the Plague Year. Each of these works displayed his keen insight into human nature and society, establishing him as a pivotal figure in the evolution of the English novel. Robinson Crusoe, published in 1719, narrates the gripping tale of a shipwrecked man who finds himself marooned on a deserted island. For 28 years, Crusoe learns to survive alone, battling not just physical challenges but the isolation of his circumstances. Presented through a first-person narrative, the novel unfolds as Crusoe reflects on his adventures and spiritual growth. This journey touches on critical themes like survival, self-reliance, and human ingenuity. Crusoe embodies resilience as he constructs shelter, hunts for food, cultivates crops, and ultimately befriends a native man named Friday, whom he rescues from cannibals. Their relationship evolves throughout the story, prompting exploration of colonialism and capitalism, with Crusoe often viewed as representing the European colonizer imposing order on what he perceives as uncivilized territory. Additionally, there are religious undertones, with Crusoe grappling with sin, punishment, and eventual redemption by turning to faith during his long exile. Scholars often highlight Robinson Crusoe's status as the first English novel because it signals a departure from the romantic tales and epic poetry characteristic of earlier literature. This groundbreaking work adopts a journalist's approach, utilizing a first-person account that lends an air of authenticity. By focusing on the minute realities of a single individual's experiences, Defoe draws readers into an intimate understanding of Crusoe's daily struggles. The meticulous details, like how Crusoe builds his shelter and develops various tools, anchor the narrative in genuine realism. This shift towards inner thoughts and the minutiae of daily existence marked a significant evolution in literary form, pushing the boundaries of storytelling to embrace a more profound portrayal of the human experience. The character Friday holds an essential place within the narrative. Rescued by Crusoe, he becomes Crusoe's loyal companion and servant, and their interactions form a critical element of the story. Friday is depicted as intelligent, resourceful, and kind-hearted. He swiftly learns English and adapts to Crusoe's customs and beliefs. His name results from the very day Crusoe saved him, placing emphasis on their bond. Yet, the dynamics between Crusoe and Friday invite rich discussion among literary critics. Some consider their relationship as a model of cross-cultural friendship, while others critique it as emblematic of colonialism and racial hierarchies, showcasing Crusoe as the dominant European civilizer. The way Defoe portrays Friday reflects the attitudes of 18th-century Europe toward different cultures, yet Friday's dignity and humanity add complexity to this interpretation, preserving his role as one of literature's enduring symbols of the other in colonial narratives. Moving beyond Robinson Crusoe, Defoe's political life adds depth to his literary contributions. A fervent advocate for religious tolerance, he was also a prolific political commentator whose views brought him considerable trouble. His writings often placed him at odds with the authorities, leading to imprisonments and public ridicule. Despite these challenges, Defoe's understanding of power dynamics and human behavior enriched his fictional narratives, allowing him to create deeply layered characters and situations. His involvement as a secret agent further adds to the intrigue of his life, blending elements of espionage into his historical context. Another noteworthy work is Moll Flanders, published in 1722. This novel tells the story of a woman born in Newgate Prison who faces a life filled with crime, adventure, and survival. Moll's journey sees her marrying multiple times, engaging in theft and deception, ultimately becoming a successful criminal only to face imprisonment again. Defoe's complex portrayal of Moll offers readers a nuanced view of poverty and resilience, illuminating the struggles faced by women during the 18th century. The narrative invites sympathy for Moll, whose circumstances lead her down a path of vice, transforming her into a compelling and relatable character. Furthermore, the novel's exploration of themes concerning gender and class positions it firmly within the development of the English novel as a platform for social critique. A Journal of the Plague Year is yet another seminal work from Defoe, published in 1722. This gripping historical narrative recounts the devastation of the Great Plague in London during 1665 from a vividly imagined first-person perspective. Defoe's meticulous writing suggests authenticity and depth, as he draws upon historical documents and his childhood memories. Though he was only 5 years old during the actual events, he translated the horrors and emotional turmoil of that time into a powerful narrative that explores the intersections of fear, faith, and social turmoil. Its poignant exploration of public health and human suffering remains relevant even today, especially in light of recent events that have shaken the world. Did you know that Daniel Defoe crafted Robinson Crusoe at nearly 60 years old? The book was an incredible success, becoming one of the defining novels of the 18th century. Initially published in 1719, it saw 4 editions released in just its first year. The inspiration for the tale came notably from the real-life story of Alexander Selkirk, a Scottish sailor who was stranded for 4 years on a Pacific island. However, Defoe expanded Selkirk's experience into a profound story laden with themes of faith, economics, and psychology, leading to a genre known as Robinsonade, which features survival tales on deserted islands. Today, the name Robinson Crusoe invokes instant recognition as a symbol of survival against the odds, solidifying Defoe's place in literary history. Defoe's journalism profoundly influenced his literary work, intertwining the two realms throughout his career. As a writer who founded newspapers and produced numerous articles, his journalistic style transformed his fiction, imbuing it with a repertorial vibrancy that makes his storytelling compelling and immediate. His novels, often narrated in a factual style, foster a sense of authenticity. This journalistic influence is notable in his nuanced portrayal of social issues such as the plague's effects and the financial turmoil during the South Sea Bubble. By weaving real-life experiences into engrossing storytelling, Defoe shaped the course of literature, positioning himself as an accessible and relatable writer for his time. Daniel Defoe's legacy is profound and far-reaching. Often acknowledged as the father of the English novel, his contributions have left an indelible mark on literature and culture. Robinson Crusoe, in particular, has been translated into numerous languages and serves as inspiration for various adaptations, from films to modern interpretations. His narratives paved the way for later novelists such as Samuel Richardson, Henry Fielding, and Jane Austen, who continued to dissect the intricacies of character and societal norms through prose. Defoe's approach to storytelling, especially regarding marginalized characters, challenged the status quo, making his works remarkable in their insight and depth. This enduring interest in his writings invites readers into a rich dialogue about the evolution of the novel and the complexities of human experience. Today, we explored the remarkable life and works of Daniel Defoe. We discussed his essential role in shaping the English novel, particularly through his classic Robinson Crusoe. We examined the themes of survival and self-reliance, the relationship between Crusoe and Friday, and how Defoe's political life informed his literature. We also touched on his other works, including Moll Flanders and A Journal of the Plague Year, which reveal his insight into society and human nature. Defoe's pioneering spirit continues to resonate in literature today, showcasing the power of storytelling. Thank you for joining us at Spelling Bee Ninja for today's exploration of Daniel Defoe and the birth of the English novel. We hope you found this discussion enriching and insightful. If you enjoyed our deep dive into literature, don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating lessons that inspire curiosity and a love for reading. Until next time, keep exploring the wonderful world of literature.